how to choose your macronutrients correctly. This guide outlines simple formulas to set your protein, fat, and carbohydrate targets. It also explains how to adjust calories for maintenance and weight loss, and what to expect from metabolic adaptation over time. Formulas. Men should eat around 2 grams of protein per kilogram, 0.5 to 1 gram of fat per kilogram. The rest of calories should come from carbs. I like higher carbohydrates diet because I like them. I feel better on them. My digestion is better. My performance in the gym is better. My mood, everything. So I find it very easy to overeat fats. Simple. I can eat 300 grams of peanut butter, but I cannot eat 5 kilos of fruits. That the same way I eat the peanut butter. And about finding your maintenance calories, I just make a video how you find your maintenance calories. Very simple. Search for maintenance calories calculator online. You enter your measurements and get a result, right? Example. Timmy has a maintenance of 2500 calories at 175 centimeters, 80 kilograms, and 10,000 steps daily. So this is his activity. He maybe has a job, but it's not that physical, but he roughly gets 10,000 steps a day, and this is his calories, right? So if Timmy has to maintain or like wants to maintain his weight, he should get roughly 160 grams of protein, 285 to 375 grams of carbs, and 40 to 80 grams of fat. Under 40 grams of fat as a weekly average, not every day, because if you, for example, again, you need fats for hormonal support, right? But it's not like if you eat one day 30 grams of fat, your testosterone or hormones will go down. That's false, right? So the weekly average should be 40 grams of fat. For people who are enhanced, again, they can get away with less, and they can get their fats from omega-3 supplements, because that's the only like DHA and EPA, because that's the only fat that really fucking matters. And so on. Weight loss options. Calorie deficit. If he wants to lose weight, he will lower his calories by 300 calories. As an example, you can lower them less or more. Example. And now instead of this number, he's eating this number, right? So he eats this amount of protein with lower fats. As I said, you can eat higher fats and lower carbs, but I do not do it myself. I do not recommend it. I usually eat higher fats when I eat more junk food, but that's not my goal. Weight loss options. Add cardio. I think cardio is very underrated. People do not talk about it enough. And when I mean by cardio, I don't tell you to run and to do something unsustainable. I tell you to do simple steps or more activity throughout the day. Or he could add cardio, more steps, around 8,000 steps, so he will burn 300 calories more. This will look something like this. So if Timmy maintains his weight at this amount of calories with this amount of steps, 2,500 calories, 10,000 steps, he can lose weight by again increasing his step count to 18,000, and he will burn weight eating the same amount of food. So again, 160 grams of protein, 40 grams of fat, 375 of carbs. Like I said before, simply, right? Ongoing adjustments. Over time, Timmy will lose weight and his calorie maintenance may fall from 2,500 to 2,400 and so on. That means to continue losing weight at the same rate, Timmy has to add cardio or cut calories even more. Very simple. If you start at 80 kilos and you get down to 70 kilos over a period of time, now you burn less calories because you are at a lower weight. So you have to add cardio, you have to eat less food, and again you choose from there. Metabolic adaptation. There's a thing called metabolic adaptation where your body will slow down your metabolism, lower energy output, and increase hunger signals. It pushes you to stop losing weight. So when you diet for a long time, you'll have all these side effects, right? Like your body temperature will drop, you'll feel more cold, you'll get longer time uh, to feel warm. You'll need more time in the gym to warm up. You'll have less energy. So when you are doing like basic shit like this, when you simply move, this will become a harder task to do. Like I can do this all day. I don't have a problem because right now I'm at a maintenance. I'm at a maintaining my calories. But when you are in a deficit and a hard deficit for a long period of time, you will see that even the simplest task like picking something up will become uh, a task that you have to think about it, right? The food. Okay, so again, and you will feel a hunger so bad that it's very hard to stop, right? So when you feel the side effects that you are like, I will break this diet because I can be disciplined, but this is so hard. It's not. It doesn't make sense, and I feel like breaking it. You should do something called a reverse diet. That can be addressed by reverse dieting and maintaining your weight while adding food. Example, for example, you've been in a cut for 3 months. After that, you do 1 to 2 months of reverse dieting. Then, if you want to lose more weight, another 3 month cut or a 2 month cut or a 4 month cut. That depends on you, but around 3 months. After 3 months, you usually get these side effects that will make your fat loss journey harder. 2,500 calories maintenance, and now eat 2,000 calories and add more cardio. That results in 800 calories, right? So if you, for example, if you do the same steps from 250 calories to not to from 200 from 2,500 calories to 2,000, it's a 500 calorie difference. If you add 8,000 steps and you are at 80 kilos, you burn 300 more. So 300 with 500 is 800. So you burn 800 calories per day. Then you add about 200 to 300 calories. For example, this is the end of your diet, like after 3 months. You add 2 to 300 calories of cut or cut the cardio, check weight, and so on. Weight will fluctuate 1 to 2%. The important thing is the trend line. So let's say you eat 2,000 calories with 18,000 steps, and now you want to do a reverse diet. You simply cut the cardio, for example, to 10,000 steps or 11 or 12,000 steps, or just maintain the cardio and add food. So from 2,000 calories, you go to 2,200. And it's funny because after eating that, maybe one day your weight will drop even more because you have a lot of water retention, and that is clearing up by you eating food and stuff. But if you continue to eat a little bit more, you'll gain weight because you have more food in you, you have more carbohydrates and so on. But that, for example, if you are 70 kilos, you will be like 71, 72, then again back to like 70, 70.5, and you'll see like the trend line is staying the same, right? 70, you'll not go past 71 in a trend line. It may go a little bit over, a little bit spill over, but it will come back down. If it keeps pushing after 71, 72, 73, 74, you are gaining fat, you added too much. After you do this and you are at 70 kilos, and you think this is your maintenance calories, and you stay there, and in 1 week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, I don't know how much, you will start to lose more weight. You'll be like, I thought I was in a maintenance. So you add another 200 calories. Again, you can add 100, 200, 300. That depends on your level of experience. But let's say you add 200 calories, and again the weight will go a little bit uh, uh, in upper trend, then not in upper trend, sorry, up for a period of time, like a short period of time, and then again maintaining. if your weight keeps going up after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like this, you are gaining fat. If it goes like this, you are losing fat. Any daily fluctuation or fluctuation over 7 days doesn't mean shit, because you can, if I don't eat nothing today, I will lose 2-3 kilos. I didn't lost 3 kilos of fat, of muscle. I just lost weight on the scale, not actually body fat or muscle mass. Takeaways: at 100 calories, at 100 kilos, you burn roughly 465 calories per 1,000 steps, per 10,000 steps. Every 10 kilograms you add or lose, you add or lose changes burned by roughly 4.7 calories per 1,000 steps, or 47 calories per 10,000 steps. So if you are 80 kilos, you burn roughly like 365 or 67, something like that. You just calculate that, right? If you are 90 kilos, you take this number minus this number. Not that hard. 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Ideally, lean mass. To simplify, if you are not obese, eat roughly your body weight in grams. If you are 200 kilograms, I bet you are not Dorian Yates or Ronnie Coleman. You are not a bodybuilder, and you don't have to eat 400 grams of protein. If I am 17 kilos and I have 15% body fat, my lean body mass is probably around like, I don't know, like 65 to 60 kilos. So I should be like 60, or times 2, it's 120 grams. But if you are in a decent shape, if you have some visible abs, if you have 70 kilos, you can eat 140 grams of protein. It's not that bad. Maybe you overeat a little bit protein. It doesn't do shit, right? You just miss out on eating more carbs, so your performance increases, but not that wow, right? Every gram of carbohydrate you eat, you gain 3 of water. So it like that 1 gram is like 4 grams total, from what I can remember. So if you eat 1,000 grams of carbohydrates, you gain 4 kilos of water in muscles. That doesn't mean if I have a needle and I do this, the water spills out. I just have more hydrated muscles, because muscle contain roughly 70% water. I do not know the measurements, or like the right amounts, and I don't care. Fat is important, but the amount needed is small and should include EPA and DHA. EPA and DHA come from omega-3, so on every omega-3 supplement there is that number, and the higher it is, the better. So you should eat around between one. That's another story for another video. Let's not talk about this, right? Because I try to make the videos shorter as possible, so you can get the maximum information without losing time here, right? A ratio around 2-to-1 in favor of DHA for men, and 2-to-1 in favor of EPA for women. That's it. If you have any questions, comment down below, and if I help you, message me.